on today's show.
New All-Star votes are in. We'll take a look and start debating which reserves the coaches will select.
James Harden, Dion Waiters, and the Thunder combined in Worst of the Week.
And a very special guest will join us to count down our top 10 plays of the week.
It's Friday, January 9th. The starter starts now.
Good day, Sweet World! Welcome to the starters. Whether you're joining us live online or catching us on NBA TV, we're very, very happy to have you. I'm Jay Skeets. Alongside me, as always, he's always here. It's Tass Millis.
So happy to have you.
To my right, the starters blog editor, Trey Kirby.
Hey-o!
Hey-o! And finally, the international man of mystery, Lee Ellis.
Friends.
Lele.
Yes, it's Friday. Got a fun show lined up for you this evening. Tass's Worst of the Week. We do have a very special guest joining us for the top 10 plays of the week. But first, we got the latest All-Star ballot returns. They're in for the 2015 All-Star Game in New York. There's been some movement in this new batch of results, but the top 10 vote getters remain unchanged. We'll show you the West first. You see it there. Your guards, Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant. Your forwards, Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis, and Marc Gasol. So, here's what I want to do. Let's assume for a second that these are the starters. We're going to find out, officially on January 22nd. That's when the starters are announced, and then we get into the reserves. Let's assume that the top 10 guys are the same. They're not going to change. That means that the coaches who are responsible for picking the reserves, they're going to have some...
And their assistant coaches.
And really it's the assistant coaches. You're right. Here, go, fill this out. But they're going to be the ones responsible and have some very difficult questions to try and answer.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the West.
Especially in the West. And I think no question more difficult than which Western guards get left at home. There just are not enough spots on the All-Star team for the amount of talent that you have out West at that guard position. A couple names. We could have Ty Lawson on this list. You really could throw him on here. But Chris Paul, James Harden, he's a lock.
Yep.
He's getting in, so that's a done deal. Lillard, Westbrook, Conley, Monty Ellis have it all, and Klay Thompson. I mean, that is a tough question for these coaches / assistant coaches to try to answer.
That's why I think both wild cards for the Western Conference are going to be guards.
It'll be guard heavy.
We're going guard heavy. We're getting 4 backup guards, and you're still leaving off guys. I mean, Chris Paul obviously deserves to be there, but that means you're taking 2 Los Angeles Clippers because Blake Griffin is starting.
Yeah.
And they've sort of underwhelmed. I mean,
Absolutely.
they haven't met expectations. At the same time, Chris Paul is Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And it's so tough in the West because you've got 8 teams above 500, and then you've got Anthony Davis, KD, Russ, Cousins, Kobe on the outside looking in. So really, you almost should, if we're being fair, have one representative basically from each team. But in the end, Chris Paul's going to get there. Fair schmear.
Yeah,
Chris Paul's going to be there.
That's another question in and of itself. Do you really care that a rep, like, is this
Anthony
like
Davis
baseball?
is sub 500.
Yeah, he is. But do you care that a winning team, let's say the Suns, throw the Suns in the mix even, that they should have a rep? Or do you not really care? It's just
I
like
personally don't
more
care at all about team success. If a player's having a great year, he's having a great year no matter what team he plays for. This is the All-Star game. It's about having fun and putting up numbers, and that's all that matters for me.
Well, I think, we said James Harden is a lock. I think Chris Paul, he just gets the respect, especially from the coaches, too. I mean, they're the ones that when you go into a Clippers game, you've got a plan how to try and contain Chris Paul and how you're going to stop him or slow him down. I also think, and I'm with you, Tass, that it's going to be heavy guards. You got 7 reserves. There's probably going to be 4 guards because I think Westbrook and Damian Lillard are locks as well. And then that leaves us with guys like Conley and so on, and Klay Thompson even, that are just unfortunately not going to get there. Monty Ellis as well.
I agree that Damian Lillard's a lock for sure. He hasn't missed a game. He's having a career year. He's got the team record behind it. I know, Trey, you don't put all that much weight into it, but
they do. The coaches do.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
And I think that he's more of a lock to get in for the Portland Trailblazers than LaMarcus Aldridge because of the same reason we're talking. There's so many guards there. That means Dirk and Durant and Duncan, those guys are fighting for the spot, and so is LaMarcus. But Lillard's just been a brilliant player. He started off a little bit slowly, but he has been playing so well. He's 12th in PER. He's had some monster games. He's carried the Blazers this year. He's been fantastic.
It's basically Steph Curry for them, and that's why he's a lock.
When it comes down to the last spot on this team, I think it's going to be Lillard over Conley. And when in doubt, when thinking about what the voters are going to do, you go with a guy who's been there before because they just like to rely on Old Faithful. Dame has been there before. He's had the one appearance, and Conley hasn't. And Damian Lillard's numbers are better than Mike Conley.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Damian Lillard right now, 22, 6 and 5, 46% shooting, like I said. He's basically Steph Curry. He's got a little bit lower. He's like 95% of Steph Curry at this point, but he's doing the exact same things, just chucks off the dribble and hits him.
What will be weird, though, and it's a strong possibility, is that the Blazers, and a great record, you said it there, Lee, you know, one of the best teams in the league in terms of wins, losses, and forget those as well. They're just up there. They're going to probably have 2 because Aldridge is a strong possibility
Yeah.
forward,
Yep.
and then Lillard. But
Yeah.
and then you got the Golden State Warriors, who very likely could just have 1 voted in if Clay doesn't make it.
Yeah.
But the Blazers are helped out by the fact that one's a forward, one's a guard.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, you got the Splash Brothers both there as guards.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
feel
tough.
I feel for Klay Thompson because I don't think he's going to get in this year. He's
Yeah.
had a fantastic season, and the Warriors certainly deserve more representation. But again, how the voters will go or how the coaches will choose to vote is a big question. I don't think he's been better than those guys we've mentioned: Lillard, Paul, Conley, and Westbrook.
He has not.
No, as good as he's been and as important as he's been for the Warriors.
This is going to be the toughest job that these assistant coaches have all year. This is tough.
Harder than scouting?
Harder than scouting, harder than coaching.
Those two things,
It is
yeah.
difficult.
That's what they do.
Okay, look, there are lots of questions in the East as well. Let's show you right now the latest returns from the All-Star Eastern Conference. Your starters, as of now, John Wall, Dwayne Wade, that's your backcourt. Your forwards, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, and Pau Gasol. Now, again, a few questions.
Carmelo Anthony is going to hear that. He's going to hear that. Carmelo
Anthony! Yes, in MSG.
playing at home.
First question. How many Hawks will the coaches pick?
I hope they get 2 in there.
I think 2 sounds right.
I think 2 sounds right.
4 in play with Teague, Millsap, Al Horford, and Kyle Korver. You think only
play.
2 though? In play.
Al
yeah.
Horford is not making it. He has not played up to his capabilities.
Okay.
I mean, he's come on as of late, but Jeff Teague should be there. At the same time, it's very much like the Western Conference because the East guards are extremely strong, and the forward spots aren't so strong.
Yeah,
so
I
I
agree.
think both wild cards come from the guard spot as well. I mean, Lowry, Butler, Kyrie Irving, and Jeff Teague, I think, are going to get there. And
Yeah,
Teague
that's probably
Teague
right.
deserves to be there.
Sure.
And if the problem is Dwayne Wade is starting, and not that Wade has had a bad year, but their team is 15-21, and he's missed some games. His team is actually 4-4 when he's been out. So they're going to have two guys in there, the Miami Heat, in Bosch and Wade most likely. Teague's got to be there, and I think Millsap gets there as well.
Yeah, I do think Millsap is also a lock right now. He's top 3 in the Hawks in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. He does everything for them. He's their most complete two-way player, and he was an all-star last year. People have the respect for him, and he is really, really good.
The Hawks want to be the so-called Spurs of the East. Well, here's a newsflash. The Spurs, with their 3 future Hall of Famers in Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, never have all 3 of those guys made one particular All-Star game. And for 4 to make it, I mean, you're looking, it's happened like 6 times in NBA history. The last time, the Celtics, I guess, in 2011, and then everyone knows the Pistons before that. In
The Spurs
06.
take themselves out of contention by not playing guys a lot of minutes, and that's a big factor.
Yeah, and that'll be the thing this year. Tim Duncan's their best candidate to get in. Tony Parker won't get in. Manu won't get in. Tim Duncan, that'd be amazing at this stage of his career. He's still their best candidate to get in.
Okay, well, let's stick with the East here. Come on, I know we can get all over the place here, but the next question I think that the assistant coaches and the coaches have to decide is, do all of the Cavs so-called Big 3 make it? I mean, it's sort of, again, a little similar situation here to the Heat, or excuse me, to the Hawks having so many guys. LeBron's in, we know that. And you've got Irving.
Yeah.
What about Kevin Love?
I think the respect is going to be given to Kyrie Irving, but not to Kevin Love. This
so?
team has underwhelmed. And looking back, I went out and checked Chris Bosh's numbers, his first year joining with the Miami Heat. The fact is, that team was fantastic. Yeah, they started off 9-8,
slow, yeah.
but when it came to the voting, I mean, their first half, they were like 34-14 by the time the All-Star break hit. So I think that's why Bosh got there, but that's why Kevin Love's not going to get there. They've been underwhelmed. They're only a few games over 500. You can't send 3 guys from that.
Yeah, and Kyrie, I think, deserves to be there alongside a lot of guards in the Eastern Conference, but he's 21 points and 5 assists right now, 46% shooting. He has had a really good year. He gets a lot of hate because he's not passing the ball a ton, and, the early season struggles with the Cavs have kind of
that's the big part
put
of
a
it.
blemish on everyone. But yeah, he has still been very, very solid.
He has.
I think what's interesting too, and maybe it's a question again that they'll have to address is there a possible wild card in the mix? And again, it comes back to, do you try and award a team like the Milwaukee Bucks? Should they have a representative? And if they do, who is it? Is it Brandon Knight? Or is that just like, I'm sorry, there's just no way you can make it over those other guys? Then you've got teams, and then you got other guys like Kemba Walker. The Hornets suddenly playing well. He's been dominant over the last little while. Andre Drummond as a big, because there's not many bigs. I mean, there's lots of possibilities.
Yeah,
here.
out of that situation, I think Brandon Knight's been the most consistent, and the record helps back it up because the Charlotte Hornets have been bad for a lot of the season. Andre Drummond as well. I mean, if you take away the last 2 weeks, the Pistons have been so bad, you couldn't reward a guy like that. But Brandon Knight has been fantastic. He's a candidate for most improved player as well. I know we're talking Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green. He's up there as well. And the success the Bucks are having because of the impact he's played, I think he's definitely a candidate to get in there. But
Send Jason Kidd
Yeah,
to the All-Star game.
But personally, I would rather see another Atlanta Hawk. I'd rather see Korver. I'd rather see Teague than picking a Milwaukee Buck because they are a game above 500. I don't think that just because they have outperformed expectations that you should pick somebody.
He's been great though. He's been better than just an average
but he hasn't
player.
been more important to the Bucks than like Korver has to the Hawks. No, Korver's making an impact on the league.
We know for the guards, we hope Jeff Teague, Lowry's a lock, Jimmy Butler's a lock. They're not going to screw that up. So let's hear what you guys think. Jump on Twitter, hashtag the starters. We'll be, of course, talking about the All-Star returns, and once we find out the actual starters in a lot more detail. We got to take a break though. Lots more still to come. New year, new team, new worst of the week. TAS Awards it next.
Welcome back to the starters. Now this is the point of the week where we hand out the dishonor to someone in the NBA family that has done wrong in the eyes of the starters. It's time for Worst of the Week.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Worst of the Week.
This week's Worst of the Week are the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, they went out and acquired Dion Waiters this week, the enigma that is Dion Waiters. In return, they gave up nothing currently on their roster. Still a risk, but I like the gumption. But what I don't like is this. They didn't let Waiters wear his desired jersey number of 13. Well, he actually wanted number 1 first, but that jersey is retired in honor of Sonics great Gus Williams. Then Waiters asked for 3, but Perry Jones wears that. What about 13, he asked. No one wears that. You know what? We'd rather you not. We want people to forget about the last guy who wore 13 for us, James Harden. This is real. They're so insecure about the Harden trade, they couldn't bear to hear the comparisons between the bearded one and Waiters. Waiters confirmed it. He said, quote, "Yeah, James wore that. They didn't want me to wear 13. Listen, you want people to forget about the Harden trade? Don't run from it. Put on a brave face. In all seriousness, keep pretending that the trade for Jeremy Lamb, the pick that became Steven Adams, and the since departed Kevin Martin was a good one. Own it. Don't make it a bigger deal by denying him his choice and at the same time forcing me to bestow worst of the week dishonors upon you. He decided to wear 23 instead. No burden there.
Yeah. No one wears
City
23.
Thunder,
No
your
one.
worst of the week.
Yeah.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
It's just a number.
Crazy.
Basketball ain't nothing but a number.
It's an unlucky
That's
number.
right.
It is an unlucky.
For some.
Maybe it's that. Yeah, for some. You're right. I guess not for James Harden. He's going to be an all-star.
That took the cake, but we got a couple good runners up here.
All right.
On the court, Brooke Lopez decides not to go after this basketball.
Wow.
And it turns in to a foul. Come on, Brooke.
Yeah, he just throttles down pretty quickly here. 1, 2.
Well, hold on. That
I thought it was
is
going out of bounds, I guess. Jay Crowder, the hustle man, making it happen.
that is Brooke Lopez running as fast.
And here, now, the onus is sort of on Tony Roten. Lost his shoe, decides not to go for the rebound to get his shoe instead, and it's picked up by the Clippers, who turn it into a bucket. But I want to show you the replay.
Yeah.
I understand what Tony Roten was doing, because these two guys should have grabbed the
Yeah,
rebound.
they've got the
but
ball.
They split it. I mean, they run on either side of it. So I don't blame Tony Roten whatsoever. Good move, Tony Roten.
Gotta grab that shit.
I like how you called those two Sixers these two guys.
Yeah.
Because we're not,
Who are they?
we're not 100% sure
These
who they
fellas.
are.
Dakar Sampson?
Yeah, who knows?
Love that name.
All right.
Good name.
3 worst of weeks for the price of 1. Great stuff, Tess. All right, let's unleash the unicorn. Get out here, unicorn. Come on out. It's time for the starters fantasy minute. Now, we usually try and give a little fantasy basketball advice, but Lee, today we're just showing some fantasy basketball love.
Yeah, it's been a tough year for rookies and it's been a tough year for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but look what Andrew Wiggins has done over his last 8 games.
Wow.
21 points on great percentages there, 50% from 2, 42 from 3, 4.5 rebounds, a couple of assists, a steal, and playing nearly 38 minutes. That's what's really important. I think Flip Saunders knows that they're not going to the playoffs. May as well get him out there, learn the breaks of the game, and he is actually really responding because we always knew he was a good defensive player, and he is, but now he's taking some very smart shots. They're in rhythm, he's knocking down threes, and the signs are there that he is developing into a very, very nice
Absolutely.
player. He's young, his body needs to fill out, of course, but all those raw components you see have got to make Minnesota Timberwolves fans very happy.
And with Jabari Parker out for the season, unfortunately,
Yeah,
it now seems like Wiggins running away.
pretty
with
much
Rookie
a
of the
lock
Year.
for it, yeah.
With those numbers, if he keeps
Yeah.
them up. All right, good stuff.
There's some Nikola love out there.
There is.
Nicola!
Yeah, there is. That's right. All right, when we return, can't wait for this, guys. The legend, Van Earl Wright, joins us to help run through the starters' top 10 plays of the week, so don't go anywhere. We're back in 2.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How about the red-hot Atlanta Hawks taking on the Clippers in Los Angeles? Kemba Walker, wheels and deals. Pero Antich. Pero Antich for free. Fadeaway J. Nothing but twine. 5 in a row and 19 of their last 21 with their victory in Los Angeles.
Yes, you've heard him on the NBA.com highlights, personal favorite here of the starters. And joining us here in studio, the legend Vanderbilt Wright. Vanderbilt, thanks for joining us.
Well, I just didn't think you had enough white guys on the set of the starters, so I thought I'd just add a little. See, the difference is I'm much older than you guys,
Yeah.
so I just thought I'd add a little wisdom and age and obnoxiousness to the whole show.
Well, we're ecstatic to have you, and because we have you, and it's Friday, we like to count down our top 10 plays of the week.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so we're in fact just going to hand it over to you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All of you are sure?
You take it.
Roll that video. Let's begin.
Here we go.
Early in the week, Monday night. It's not the Harlem Globetrotters or Curly Neal. It's instead Steph Curry. Talk about wheeling and dealing. Steph Curry, 3-0. All over the floor and making Westy and the Thunder look like mere D-leaguers. Steph Curry on fire. Number 9. Why does this man feel he needs to give himself a nickname? It was not that great of a shot. It was decent. It was number 9. I'm not even going to say it. It's swag. It's, never mind. On to number 8. Marc Gasol. Our man Larry was the guy who actually got this shot chronicled. Marc Gasol from behind the pane, window pane, and he rattles it home. Too bad they lost. Number 7, Blake Griffin.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. Blake Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Where is he?
Los Angeles. And the man who is the walking alphabet, Giannis. Help me out.
Kumpo.
Thank you. More vowels than Vanna White ever dreamed of. Number 5. What the heck is going on? Klay Thompson rocking the ribs? You're an outside guy. What in the world? He's Tarzan. Brandon Jennings for the Pistons in the Alamo City. The red light goes on and the Pistons beat the champs. You gotta be kidding me. Brandon Jennings. At number 4, the old man Duncan can't believe
Hey, there it is.
what
Old man
happened.
Duncan.
See ya, Brandon.
Tuesday night, another Brandon. Oh my goodness, Brandon Knight.
That was Westbrook-like.
Yeah.
It really was.
It was kind of Westbrook-like. That's number 3. How about number 2? Chicago and the United Center. Reaching back was Taj Gibson and throwing it down to rock the rims in Chicago.
That's Jimmy Butler, Van Earl. It's Jimmy
I
Butler.
thought it was Taj Gibson. Talk about not knowing who you're talking about. Archie Goodwin. Who? Archie Goodwin.
Oh, snap.
Who?
I noticed.
They didn't lose. They had a.
Oh, there it is. The top 10 plays of the week.
You know, I get this opportunity and I go with Taj Gibson
Oh, hey.
over Jimmy Butler, and it's right there on the sheet. I am old. That's the problem.
Oh, come on, the ad-libbing, the rolling with the Archie Goodwin.
Oh, yeah, it was better.
That
The
takes
energy.
wisdom.
The energy, unbelievable. But look, we knew you could call the highlights. We knew you could call the top 10. We really want to put you to a test here. Okay?
Yes.
So we've got a few, let's call them unorthodox plays for you to call.
Well, I like unorthodox. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so the first one, fans of the starters know we like to point out every single wedgie here on the show.
I've been kind of concerned about that.
Yeah, so here you go. Call a wedgie.
Calling a wedgie. Perhaps the most unexciting play in all of basketball history.
Are you serious?
And this is a highlight?
Well,
That's when the action stops.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't get that.
I've never thought about it that way. Oh, hold on.
What do you mean 1 day without a wedgie?
Yeah, no.
Now it's 0 days without
Oh,
a
no,
wedgie.
you
Oh, I broke the board.
wedgie sign.
Oh my gosh, I broke the board. It's terrible.
All right, we got a couple more quickly here. Next one, Lee kicking a tiny Aussie rules football through.
Lee hasn't played a fast game of checkers in his life. What are you talking about kicking a field goal?
No, I haven't played checkers.
Here he is.
Oh my goodness! Put it on the top 10 right there. That's number 1. The rest of the NBA plays have to beat that, and I wish them well because that is just not going to be topped right there. No wonder you're the international man of mystery.
That's right. And final one. We love a wedgie, but this is our favorite clip of all time. We play it frequently here on the starters.
It's got to be good then.
Justin Bieber.
Justin
Balling out.
Bieber?
Justin Bieber balling out. Give us the play.
How much did he pay this hack to act like he's guarding him? What kind of sweatshirt is that anyway? Get rid of the highlighter jersey, Justin. On an 8-foot goal, very good. 8-foot basketball. Go home with your highlighter shirt and socks and get the hell out of here.
There it is. Yeah, you can call it all. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on the start. You owe us a wedgie board. You owe us a wedgie board.
Hey, don't regret, but you may regret this opportunity in this segment right here.
Final break. When we return, pick 'em payoff results and Lee's very solid play. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the starters. Back with the starters, last night's pick 'em payoff results. I gained another game on TAS. You took the Heat. They had some traveling problems.
They had a 14-hour travel day.
Yeah, well, the Blazers are also really good at basketball. They got the win. We got the Rockets right. We were wrong about our raps. So you see it there. I'm 7-3. You're 5-5. Tonight's picks, we agree on 3 games. We like the Hawks against Detroit. That should be a great game. We like the Wizards.
That
we like
wasn't
the Spurs.
sarcastic.
No, that should be a good
It
game.
should
Hawks
be.
and Pistons. We like the Spurs as well, but you got the Magic on the road. I'll take the Lakers, and you got the Grizzlies on the road. I'll take the Pelicans. So
Zebo's back.
good luck to you, Lee. We turn to you at this point in the show
Yes.
for your very solid play. Where are we going?
We're going to the Motor Center in Portland last night, and it was a beautiful play.
Forget that, pal. You asked me to come in and do highlights. I'm going to do highlights.
Vandal's back!
Get the heck out of the way, international man of mystery. How about we go to the Pacific Northwest? Talk about ball movement.
This is ball
Reminiscent
movement.
of the Spurs, the champs, but also the Atlanta Hawks this year. That is some good ball movement. Actually, you made the selection, and I commend you for a very good, solid play.
Excellent. There it is.
Yeah.
Does it end in a swish bomb?
Yes,
Outside.
it does. Leonard here finishes off
not
with
a-
a
not
switch
a
bomb.
three switch bomb.
What do you call that?
They should dunk that.
You call that a very solid play.
Thumbs up from everyone. Thumbs up. There it is. Guys, we recorded the Drop podcast this morning, an hour-long
Get out of here,
fun. Come on back, Vanderbilt. We talked about the best team in the East. We talked about the Knicks free agent wish list. We talked about virtual reality basketball. That is a thing that's on its way, people, so get excited for that. We had a whole lot of fun, so again, check that out on iTunes. It's up on the blog, Facebook, yada, yada, yada. Had a blast. Van Earl, thank you so much.
Virtual reality?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the future is now.
See, now that's a tease. That'll send you to the podcast.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, there's thumbs up, there's thumbs down, and there's thumbs van.
Yeah, embrace the night, people.